This is BUSM1142 oral presentation.
Marie, can you tell me about your business?
Yeah, so I'm Marie Jenkins and my business is Advance Your Wellbeing. And our business is about helping the social housing sector and organisations within that sector improve their staff wellbeing from great to first rate.
And what are your business aims?
So our business aims are to help the social housing sector increase profitability and productivity, create first-rate cultures, to decrease staff sickness levels and improve staff engagement.
And where are your customers?
So initially over the first 3 years we're looking specifically at the West Midlands area. However, after the 3 years we're looking to franchise the business across the UK as we see that this is an opportunity for business expansion.
And why have you chosen social housing?
So social housing is a sector that have had a number of challenges. It's a massive issue with supply and demand for social housing, so we perceive that this is going to be a growing sector, so that means that it will give us more business opportunities in the future. Also, the government have made massive changes to the benefit system, so their customers are struggling financially, which is going to have an impact on social housing's bottom line. So that means that they need to be more innovative in their approaches with their staff wellbeing.
Brilliant. And what services do you have to offer?
So the services that we're looking over the first 3 years is specifically at training. So we offer face-to-face training, so whether that's all day or workshops. We offer bite-sized e-learning courses, and to be more innovative and to offer a range of different training services, we also offer gamification and animation training.
Excellent. And why have you chosen the health and wellbeing services?
Health and wellbeing is a massive issue. For the UK alone, we have 1 in 4 people are suffering with mental health issues. 2/3 of the population are obese. So that tells us that it's a massive challenge around health and wellbeing. In amongst all of this, because of the demands on the particular sector, it's having an impact on the staff's wellbeing. So we believe that it's a massive opportunity for us to deliver wellbeing services in an innovative new way.
Ways to improve your wellbeing by doing physical activity.
We're done?
Yeah, have a chocolate bar.
Oh, cheers.
So Marie, can you tell me about the market?
Yeah, absolutely. I used to work in social housing for a number of years, and I worked for a very innovative, forward-thinking organisation. However, they was going through some massive changes, and what I found in my job role was that I was trying to do everything for everybody, and I didn't take responsibility for my own health and well-being, but the services I was responsible for were changing to meet the needs of the challenges. So I believe if it could happen to me where I was suffering from mental health, it can also happen to others. So my whole business ethos is about helping improve staff wellbeing, so the same thing don't happen to other people.
So who are you actually targeting?
Okay, so because we're looking specifically at training and learning and development, I'm looking at more of the HR roles, the learning and development teams, and also the Chartered Institute of Housing. So that's a recognised governing body for social housing, so they already offer training, so by working in partnership with them it would provide us with opportunities to deliver to their customer base.
Excellent. So what is your marketing strategy?
Okay, so as far as my marketing strategy is concerned, I've got a website developed, so I shall be using that. I'll be doing some networking along with specifically to those professionals where they frequent, so through Chartered Institute of Housing events, for example. And then the other thing we're doing is things like email campaigns and also things like social media. All of these are at a very low cost for the business. And the other thing that I recognise within this sector is it's about building those relationships. So over the first 3 years of the business, I project small growth in sales, but that's about nurturing and building relationships with the customers and the social housing sectors and organisations within the West Midlands.
And who are your competitors?
I've already mentioned Chartered Institute of Housing, so they are a main competitor. But I believe I can offer my unique selling point. So having been through that experience in mental health, for example, I think I can give more real life value. So although they do offer training, I think that my training would be better because I can give real life examples and I worked in social housing. So that's one competitor. Other competitors are in the health and safety sector, such as ACT Health and Safety. So I've looked at my pricing strategy, looking at what their service deliveries are as well. So there's other organisations such as Pearl Catchers, and then there's individual training organisations as well. So I think I've got a thorough handle on who my competitors are and their pricing strategies, which has helped inform my pricing strategies.
What research have you done?
I've done loads of research. So I did an online questionnaire where I was gaining data from what sort of services through training that they need. And following delivering some training to the West Mercia group, they told me that 100% that they need to recognise the importance of mental health in the workplace. So yeah, I've done online surveys, and I've done field research as well as desk research.
Ways to improve your well-being by taking up a new sport, just like rock climbing.
Right, done.
Yeah.
Sorted.
Do you want to have a chocolate bar?
Oh, go on then. Cheers.
So Marie, how have you priced your services?
Okay, so for pricing of my services, what I've done is I've gone out and looked at competitors and how much they charge. So for the day's training, what I've done with that is I've based it on a day rate. So my day rate is £950 per day. This, I believe, is a competitive price because of the fact that I've got the unique selling point of the business, which is myself. Having been someone who suffered with mental health issues, I think I can bring extra value in my training. So that's the price for the training. In relation to e-learning, what I've done with that is I've scaled it and I've scaled the pricing. So if they buy 10 learners worth of training, the price will be X. And then as I increase, so if they purchase 40 or 80, they get a reduction per learner. So it offers them better economies of scale if they buy more and buy in bulk. In relation to gamification, the supplier has passed on to me a 40% reduction on their recommended retail price. So what I've done with that is I've passed on a 20% discount to customers of gamification. In relation to my animation training, that is basically a flat rate where they would go onto my website, purchase that training as a one-off. So that's a fixed price of £20.
And what is your projected sales?
Okay, so based on the fact that I believe when it comes to building those customers and it's about relationship building, I projected a slow growth over the first 3 years, and that is about nurturing those relationships. So I project that there are 2 organisations within the West Midlands area, which is Sanctuary Housing and Fortis Living. And I'm looking to work with them to develop a training course that can be rolled out across the whole organisation.
And who will be your suppliers?
So my suppliers, in relation to the e-learning courses, I'm working in partnership with Nimble Learning. That's a really good company because of the fact that they offer real flexibility to their suppliers. So you can do a pay-as-you-go option where you're buying the credits, so there's no initial outlay. Or if you get a customer that buys in bulk, what you can do is buy an annual license. In relation to gamification, I'm looking at working with Totem Learning. They're a new innovative gaming company, and basically what I'm doing with them is they're passing on a 40% discount to me to help raise their brand, and in return I can pass those savings on to my customer.
Other ways to improve your well-being: by looking after your mental health by doing a little bit of meditation.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Freezing. My bum is filthy.
Marie, what are the critical risks to the business?
So for me, I'm a new business. I've never run a business before, so this is about me getting my brand out there and getting recognised. Also, I'm working in corporate space, so it is about getting the brand out there, getting the brand recognition, people becoming to trust my brand, trust the business. So it is very much about relationship building.
Okay, and if any of those risks was to occur, what are the backup plans that you have in place?
Okay, so for me, because it is about relationship building, it is about being consistent and building those relationships. So although those risks are very real, it's about being resilient and also persevering with the business. And I believe that I've got the resilience that can help make my business success. The other thing that I've got to also consider is the financial side of the business. But given that there's very low costs to the business, that actually isn't so much of a challenge. It's more about building my business.
So where are you operating the business from, and why, Marie?
So I'm operating my business from home. That's been a conscious decision on a number of levels. So firstly, my business is about looking at health and well-being, and for me, working at home offers me that excellent work-home life balance. The other thing that I want to consider in my business is my impact on the environment, and also consider the green agenda. So by working from home, that reduces my carbon footprint by travelling to work. I've also got an eco car, so if I do need to travel, that's taken into consideration. And the systems I'm using are also paperless systems, again to reduce my carbon footprint. And this is something that I'm particularly passionate about.
Have anything else to conclude?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really passionate about this business, and I'm really passionate about the outcomes that it can have for people. Having suffered with mental health issues and worked in housing, I know that this business will offer massive value to individuals within those organisations. My whole values of my business are passion, which is something that I'm particularly passionate about. Fun, so I want to make it fun, hence the animation, gamification, and also empowering people. With me and my mental health, I never looked after my own health and well-being, and I had to take responsibility for that. So when I'm looking at training and training individuals, it's about empowering them to take responsibility for their own health and well-being. So my values echo my business ethos. So that's why I'm so passionate about advance your well-being.
Thank you very much, Marie.
Thank
This
you.
is about improving your well-being by taking up an endurance sport. Alright, have you got your chocolate bar?
Yeah.
Bill?